Today we go over Star Wars Episode 9, the final film of the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy alike. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, Episode 9 is currently filming over in the UK and the Scottish Highlands, and after that they film over in Italy and Sicily and a whole lot more. Now, in case you guys didn't see my last post, we went over the leaked photographs, all thanks to Making Star Wars, in which you do see the Millennium Falcon already landed on some jungle-ish planet, or foresty planet, I should say, that could very well point to either Takodana, Naboo, or maybe even Endor. On the other side of things, it could even be Batu, which is the new planet for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It's a planet actually located in the Outer Rim. So, looking at Episode 9 here, these past couple of weeks, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set locations and the set schedules and all the scenes that are going to be taking place in the near future in September to October of this year, and some of the concept and storyboard descriptions, one of which has all to do with the Knights of Ren and could very well line directly up with the male actors in between the ages of 21 to 27 that are to be shooting scenes in September and October of this year. So one of which has Kylo Ren with a similar mask on from The Force Awakens, with a group of 6 shadowy figures in front of a fire, presumably the Knights of Ren. Nothing yet confirmed on the Knights being in Episode 9, but it's pretty safe to say that they are indeed the Knights. One of the figures is described as actually throwing a dead man off of his spear, while another figure has his foot on top of a dead creature's back. Now, this is bringing up a lot of questions here for Star Wars Episode 9 on whether or not this is a flashback or a flash forward from the Force Awakens moment that we saw, a glimpse of the Knights of Ren. Could this very well be placed in present time to make it simpler there? It's either in present time in Episode 9 or a flashback that JJ Abrams is trying to set up to show us the origins of the Knights of Ren and Kylo Ren leading them. So, to be honest, I think that they are actually going to be in present time for a specific reason. We heard that big plot leak back in May of 2018 that a lot of people were talking about, and one big part of the plot of Episode 9 apparently has Kylo Ren and his knights hunting down Force sensitives. Now, if you think about it, Kylo probably has a job to do other than looking for Rey and destroying the Resistance or the New Rebellion, whatever they are now in this film. I'm sure that he has some side things to do besides focusing on that. And if they focus on a little story in which Kylo and his knights set off on some unknown planet and hunt down Force sensitives, ranging from regular creatures to humans, I think would be amazing. Now, this could also be a flashback. This could be a continuation of what we saw in the Force Awakens scene when Rey is actually having that vision. Even though I always say that that moment in time, when we're looking at the Knights and Kylo in The Force Awakens, I still believe that that is a flash forward. I think that we are seeing a moment in the times of Star Wars Episode 9. I find it funny as well how it's a rainy scene, and it wasn't on Octo 2, it wasn't this or that, so I think that JJ is going to take that scene and make something more of it in Episode 9, just how we saw a glimpse of Luke's Jedi Temple burning in The Force Awakens, and we got more of that story in The Last Jedi that was extended, where we actually got to see Luke's face and his defeat against his own nephew, Kylo Ren. So looking at Episode 9 here, this is the thing that I really hope to see, is if JJ Abrams were to embrace the idea of the Godfather Part 2 format. Even though I think it's very unlikely to happen, I think that this would be gold. Now, essentially this format, in case you guys have not seen The Godfather Part 2, half of it is flashbacks, half of it is based in present time. But the flashbacks actually interconnect with exactly how the story is told in present time. It kind of goes back and forth and gives you a bigger narrative between both families. And I think that they could definitely do something like that in Episode 9, where you do get to learn more about both Kylo and Rey's past where now when you jump to present time, you can see them in a different way and understand things a whole lot faster. So with episode 9, if JJ wants to mess around with that, we do know that he loves his time elements in certain projects that he has worked on, one of which being, of course, Lost, Fringe. He's done a lot of stuff out there. So with Star Wars Episode 9, I wouldn't be surprised if he embraces the idea of flashbacks being a major component in the plot of this movie. To me, I think that a lot of fans want to see the Knights in action, and the fact that the group of male actors in their 20s will be working with Kerry Russell and Adam Driver this September to October at both Pinewood and the Cardington Sheds tells us that we are to be getting a major battle scene in this movie featuring them, hopefully. But anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon, we hear them moans again.